Hey everyone, and welcome back to KenkoVibe podcast. I'm Ethan Reed.
And I'm Grace Morgan.
We're serving up your daily dose of health insights, and today get ready to dive deep into the world of CMOS, specifically all the buzz about whether it can actually help with weight loss.
It's been generating a ton of interest lately as a potential weight loss aid.
Yeah, and at first glance, it might seem a bit strange that a type of seaweed could play a role in weight management, but trust me, the science behind this is pretty fascinating.
It really is. One of the things that makes sea moss intriguing is its remarkably low calorie count. We're talking just 5 calories and a single gram of carbs in a typical 2 tablespoon serving. So if you're looking for a snack that's both satisfying and low in calories, sea moss might just be your new best friend.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider that many people trying to manage their weight are looking for ways to feel full without consuming a lot of calories. But it's not just about feeling full, right? There's something else going on with CMOS that might actually be influencing our metabolism.
You're right. The real star of the show here is carriage, a type of polysaccharide found in sea moss. It acts a lot like soluble fiber in our digestive system, but with some intriguing twists.
Okay, so break this down for me. We know that soluble fiber can help us feel full, which is great for weight management. But what's so unique about carrageen compared to other types of fiber?
Well, research suggests carrageen might be doing more than just slowing down digestion and promoting that feeling of fullness. Animal studies have shown that carrageenan might actually interfere with how our bodies absorb dietary fat.
So it's like it's creating a roadblock for fat, making it harder for our bodies to store those extra calories.
That's one way to think about it. But there's even more to it. Some studies suggest that carrageenan might actually inhibit the formation of new fat cells.
Wow, so not only is it potentially blocking fat absorption, but it might also be preventing the creation of new fat storage units in our bodies.
Exactly, and the intrigue doesn't stop there. Research also hints that carrageenan could stimulate the breakdown of existing fat stores. Plus, there's some evidence suggesting it might even enhance the activity of brown fat.
Okay, hold on. I've heard of brown fat, but remind me, why is that a good thing?
Unlike white fat, which primarily stores energy, brown fat is metabolically active. It actually burns calories to generate heat, helping to regulate body temperature. You could say it's like having a built-in fat-burning furnace.
So the research is suggesting that carrageen could be helping us stoke the fires of our internal fat-burning systems.
That's what's so fascinating about this research. While more research is needed to confirm these findings in humans, the potential is definitely there.
I can see why people are so excited about this.
Absolutely. There's even been a human study on red seaweed extract, which is rich in carrageen. It showed promising results with participants experiencing a reduction in both body weight and fat mass.
That's encouraging. It sounds like CMOS might be a multi-pronged weapon in the fight against excess weight. But there's more to the story, right? Doesn't CMOS also have something to do with our gut health?
You're right, we can't forget about the gut. Sea moss has a prebiotic effect, which means it nourishes the beneficial bacteria residing in our gut, those good guys that play such a crucial role in our overall health.
Okay, so we're talking about feeding the good bacteria in our gut.
Yeah.
But how does that relate to weight management?
Well, there's a growing body of research suggesting that the composition of our gut microbiota, those trillions of bacteria living in our intestines, can actually influence our risk of obesity. A healthy gut microbiome is linked to better metabolic function, which can definitely have a positive impact on weight.
So it's not just about calories in, calories out. It's also about the complex ecosystem within our gut and how that impacts our overall health and weight.
Exactly. And the prebiotic effect of sea moss, its ability to support a healthy gut microbiome, might be another piece of the puzzle in understanding its potential for weight management.
This is all really compelling stuff. It seems like CMOS is much more than just a trendy superfood. It's a complex substance with potential benefits that extend beyond weight management. But like with any supplement or dietary addition, it's important to understand the full picture, including any potential risks or precautions.
That's absolutely right. We'll dive into that in just a bit.
Stay tuned.
So while the science behind sea moss is definitely exciting, there are also some important things to keep in mind.
You're right. It's crucial to approach any new health trend with a balanced perspective. What should listeners be aware of when it comes to CMOS?
Well, one thing that often comes up is its iodine content. Sea moss is naturally rich in iodine, which is essential for thyroid health.
Right. We need iodine to produce thyroid hormones, which are crucial for regulating our metabolism and energy levels.
Exactly. But as with many things in life, too much of a good thing can become a problem. Consuming large amounts of sea moss, especially over a prolonged period, could lead to excessive iodine intake.
And what kind of problems can that cause?
Well, too much iodine can actually interfere with thyroid function, leading to issues like goiter and enlargement of the thyroid gland, or even thyroid dysfunction, which can manifest as either hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism.
So it's a delicate balance, making sure we get enough iodine for our thyroids to function properly without going overboard.
Exactly. And there are other potential side effects to be aware of with sea moss, like digestive upset. Some people experience nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, or even a burning sensation after consuming it.
That doesn't sound very pleasant.
Not really. Another important point is that seaweeds like sea moss can sometimes accumulate heavy metals from their marine environment.
That's concerning. What kind of heavy metals are we talking about?
Things like arsenic, mercury, and lead. That's why it's really important to source your sea moss from a reputable supplier who can ensure it's been tested and is free from harmful levels of contaminants.
So doing your research and choosing a trusted source is crucial. Are there any other precautions people should be aware of?
Yes, sea moss has blood thinning properties. So if you're taking blood thinning medication, it's really important to talk to your doctor before incorporating sea moss into your diet.
Good point. It's always better to err on the side of caution and get professional guidance, especially if you have any underlying health conditions or are taking medication.
Absolutely. And while we've seen some encouraging results in human studies, there's still limited research on the safety of sea moss for pregnant or breastfeeding individuals.
So it's probably best to avoid it during those stages just to be on the safe side.
That's a good approach. And while there's not yet an officially established recommended dosage for sea moss, some studies suggest that up to 4 grams per day is unlikely to cause any issues.
Okay, that gives us a general starting point. But it's important to remember that everyone is different, and what works for one person might not work for another.
Absolutely. And anecdotally, many people who use sea moss regularly suggest limiting intake to around 2 tablespoons, which is about 10 grams per day.
So as with most things related to health and nutrition, moderation is key.
Definitely start slowly, listen to your body, and if you have any concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to your healthcare provider.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about how people can actually incorporate sea moss into their diet.
Sure. You'll find sea moss available in a variety of forms, from capsules and powders to dried flakes and even pre-made gels.
So there are options to fit different preferences and lifestyles.
Exactly. Capsules and powders are convenient for those who want a quick and easy way to add sea moss to smoothies or other beverages.
And what about the dried flakes and gels? How do people usually use those?
Dried flakes can be rehydrated and added to soups, stews, or even used to make a nutritious seaweed salad. The gel form is quite versatile as well. It can be blended into smoothies, stirred into yogurt, or even used as a thickening agent in sauces and soups.
It sounds like there's a lot of room for creativity when it comes to using sea moss in the kitchen.
There definitely is. But regardless of the form you choose, always remember to check the product label for serving suggestions and follow those guidelines. And of course, as we always emphasize, consulting with your doctor or a registered dietitian is always the best way to personalize your approach and ensure you're incorporating sea moss in a way that aligns with your individual needs and health goals.
That's a great point. Personalized health is about finding what works best for you, not following a one-size-fits-all approach.
Exactly. It's about making informed choices that empower you to take control of your health and well-being.
So we've explored both the potential benefits and the essential precautions associated with sea moss, particularly its impact on weight management. What's the most important takeaway you want to leave our listeners with today? So we've explored both the potential benefits and the essential precautions associated with sea moss, particularly its impact on weight management. What's the most important takeaway you want to leave our listeners with today?
I think the key is to approach sea moss with a balanced and informed perspective. It's not a miracle cure, but it's also not something to be dismissed outright. The science is still emerging, but there's definitely enough intrigue to warrant further exploration.
That's a great point. It's about looking at the research, understanding the potential benefits and risks, and then making an informed decision that feels right for you.
Exactly. And as with any dietary change, starting slowly, listening to your body, and working with your healthcare provider are essential steps.
It's all about taking a holistic approach to health and well-being.
Absolutely. Sustainable weight management isn't just about what you eat, it's about your overall lifestyle. Things like stress management, sleep quality, and regular physical activity all play a role.
Well said. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of sea moss, remember that knowledge is power.
Arm yourself with information, talk to your doctor, and make choices that empower you on your journey to a healthier and happier you.
That's a perfect note to end on. Thanks for joining us today on the KenkoVibe podcast. I'm Ethan Reed.
And I'm Grace Morgan.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this episode with anyone who might be curious about sea moss and its potential for weight management. We'll be back tomorrow with another deep dive into the world of health and wellness.
Until then, stay curious, stay healthy, and keep those Kenko vibes flowing. Bye.